Good morning. Good morning. Just want to welcome you to today's vlog. I am up and Adam. We got poured on last night. What I love about yesterday is that we had a break. We had through the day, for the most part, it was sunny. It was clouds in the sky, but we had sun. I was able to pick a lot of veggies out of my garden, and I made a run to my mom and hung out with my mom. By the time I got home, I was able to cook dinner, and my husband, he was able to cut the backyard, and excuse me, and I saw that it was supposed to rain, and he said he was trying to beat the rain. When I tell you I got in the bed last night, I wasn't ready to go to sleep yet. I'm looking at videos and editing a video actually, and it poured. It was pouring so hard. It was like, it sounded just crazy. And we are under flood watches. Up until 10, we were under a flood watch. And when I say watches, it's because there's multiple counties in my area. It says up until 10 a.m. Now, unless we get some more rain this morning, I don't know. So, but right now it's not raining. So we may still have the opportunity to get more rain. And y'all, are y'all getting a lot of rain? How is your weather in your area? I feel like the weather all over is a little more extreme or different. It's either extreme compared to what it usually is like for you at this time of the year, or it's different than what you're used to. Comment down below and tell me, what is the weather like in your area? I would love to know, because I'm seeing all kind of things, and my garden was so overgrown because it was just days and days and days of rain. My tomato plants were just pushed all over to the side. I went out there and plucked all. We love green tomatoes. Some of the green tomatoes were huge, and they were just green, like, come on, pick us. So I started thinking to myself, because a lot of people don't like green tomatoes. They want to see a blush so they can bring them in and get them red. I thought, wow, I wonder how big those tomatoes would have gotten. But I did bring in some red tomatoes as well. 2 big cabbages. That was my pride and joy, the cabbage, because I've never successfully grown cabbage before, and they are beautiful, and we'll eat off of that for a little while. I'm just proud of that. Peppers, I brought in some jalapenos, I brought in some habaneros. I think my cucumbers are done. So I will pull up some things if I can get out in the yard today. But y'all, tell me what the weather is like, and if you've had some breaks in your weather, what have you been able to finally do that you haven't been able to do? I'm just really curious about that. One of the things that I do on a regular basis, almost 7 days a week, is watch Washington Journal, or listen to Washington Journal. It's on C-SPAN. My mother used to watch that channel on a regular basis, that show, Washington Journal. She watched C-SPAN though, because she used to watch the book club and just little history things, but C-SPAN but Washington Journal in particular, it's a call-in show, and they talk about politics. They talk about what's going on in the world, but it's a politics show. And C-SPAN is the only cameras that are allowed into the halls of Congress. They are on the floor of Congress. They are in the Senate hearings and the House hearings. If we can see something in that room, it's because C-SPAN broadcasted it to us. But they also use Washington Journal to allow callers to call in and talk about the things that's on their mind, or whatever the topic is of the day. So that's something my mom has watched for years. So now I'm into it. My husband is into it. We are kind of like Washington Journal junkies, because I really don't miss a day. Now I do get moments where I really don't want to hear all that. I'm just gonna be honest, because what you find is that, wow, we live in the same country and you see things like that. Like, wow, people are something. And I find that interesting. And we live in the same country and we think differently. That's what this country is made of different people, diverse ideas. But when I tell you, sometimes it's shocking the things that you hear people say. I'm going to leave it at that. I encourage you to watch Washington Journal. Tell me, do you watch it? Do you find it interesting? Do you watch shows like that? How does it make you feel? There was a time that I used to let some of that get me kind of bent out of shape, like really disturbed by what people say, or enlightened, because you can definitely learn things. People will bring up things that's going on in the country that you may not be aware of, and then you vet it. Don't just watch that stuff, because people call in to say almost anything, but you can vet it. Go to different sources and look information up, several sources to see, and you'll learn things that you may not have even known about. So yeah, I encourage you to check it out. Let me know, do you watch that show? And tell me your thoughts about it. Finally got some protein coffee. Finally got some protein coffee. This protein coffee contains my coffee, and it contains one of my protein drinks and some collagen. Let me show you what products I'm using. So right now in my current drink, I have this coffee pod. It is one of the ones that I received or I purchased from Menards. Okay, it is let me hold it like this. This is the coffee pot that I purchased from Menards. It is a light roast. I typically do like a medium roast or a dark roast coffee, but these have grown on me since I started using my my coffee creamer with it. So I do like that. And then this is the collagen Vita Proteins collagen powder. So really I am getting a double dose of protein. It's Vital Proteins Collagen Peptides Advanced with hyaluronic acid and vitamin C. It says it's supposed to be good for skin hydration, elasticity support, hair, nail, and joint support. I need all of it, all right? And then I also added this Core Power. This is the Fairlife vanilla. I do like vanilla. I am finding that it is one of my favorite flavors. And because it's a light roast, it was just a little too light for me. So I just added some of this to the coffee as well. Okay. So yeah, that's what I had. It's one of my, and it's a dark roast. So I just added 1 spoonful. I could have used 2 though. I could have. But yeah, that's my protein drink for today. And yeah, it was not bad. I'm still drinking it, and it's something that I'll sip on through the morning. I need to let this be a regular part of my day, because I need to build my strength. Like I said before, prior to my surgery for my total knee replacement, I was already physically weak, and I want to build my strength, and that's going to be important for me, a woman of my age. So y'all, I am going to end this vlog today. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning and chatting and just being with me. I had a few questions for you all, so please answer it. And my third question is going to be, do you use any of these protein supplements to supplement your diet? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you.